Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Man, somebody's going to the joint. Maybe Bob Arum. If he gets on that stand, but doesn't know, well, actually, if he gets on that stand and his age kicks in and he forgets how to answer questions with questions. You guys remember, Bob Arum was a lawyer. So he's not stupid. He knows how to answer questions. But it's just, man, I've done several videos on this Kinahan guy. And Bob Arum at his advanced age, I mean, damn. It's one thing to take down, y'all want to take down Harvey Weinstein, his old weird ass. He deserved it. Y'all want to take down Epstein, his weird ass. He deserved it. Y'all want to take down Bill Cosby. Don't know if he deserved it. Y'all want to take down R. Kelly. Man, he didn't deserve that. But damn, we know R. Kelly deserved that shit, didn't he? But damn, Bob Arum, Bill Cosby, man, them guys too old to be going through this. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Bob Arum, you go get yourself mixed up with somebody, man, who admitted to you that he did a lot of horrible things in his past, but supposedly is trying to, turn things around. And then you get involved with him. Not good. Because then you find out he's still involved in nefarious acts. And I have to believe that you knew this shit all along. And if you know, we're going to get into that, right? Let me just read this article. Then we're going to get into that. Bob Arum knew this man was involved in nefarious acts. Bob Arum, this guy, Tyson Fury, consultation fees, Wilder fights. Telling you, no matter what y'all want to believe, where there's smoke, there's fire. But anyway, man, there's a trial with Daniel Kinahan, who's a cartel boss. And the trial is all about him using drug trafficking earnings to fund boxing agency MTK. And that trial is now expected to take place in March of 2024. I don't know why I need to wait so damn long, but that's the plan. In this article that I was reading, it revealed that among those scheduled to be called to give evidence before the court in California are Kinahan's former business associate and top-ranked boss, Bob Arum, former MTK CEO, Bob Yalen, and boxer Jojo Diaz, and Kinahan himself. We know Kinahan isn't coming back to the States, okay? So if they have to extradite him, they got to find him. And so, because he ain't coming back because he's going to the joint. Lawyers for boxing manager Moses Heredia, who is suing Kinahan and the now defunct MTK over the alleged illegal poaching of Diaz, submitted a 17-page file to the court. Now, it says here, the documents, which included the list of witnesses, they don't say who the witnesses are, that will be called by Heredia's team, also detail how it is expected the high-profile trial will take between 7 and 10 days to be heard, okay? Now, the rest of the stuff in this article, it's not really talking about the things that you guys want to hear about. The things y'all want to hear about is this right here. Heredia's decision to call top-ranked boss Bob Arum as a witness in the case is not surprising, given the fact that legendary fight promoter, they left out the legendary fight promoter, has repeatedly spoken publicly about his business relationship with Kinahan, stating at one point he paid the mob boss $4 million for his role. He paid the mob. Now, I already did videos on this, but for those of you who haven't seen those videos, this may be new to you. Bob Arum paid that mob boss $4 million, this says pounds, for his role in organizing Tyson Fury fights. He paid the mob boss $4 million for his role involving Tyson Fury fights. It was 2 Wilder fights and 1 fight where I think Fury got cut over his eye. So for 2 Wilder fights, Bob Arum was paying this mob boss who's involved in illegal activities, killed people, had a large influence, right? And all of a sudden you see what happened in the water fights. Now, again, right? I'm not the judge, I'm not the lawyers, right? I'm not in a position to cross-examine anybody, to seal the deal, close the case. I'm not in that position. But I'm just telling you, like I said in those other videos, and I'm saying now, makes me wonder. Okay? So check this out. Oh, it goes on to say it right here. In April of this year, Arum told Yahoo Sports he paid the money to Kinahan ahead of two of Fury's fights against Deontay Wilder, which is what I just said, and bouts against Tom Schwartz and Otto Waller. That's the guy's name, Waller. Tom Schwartz and Waller. Okay, so 4 million pounds across 4 fights. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there and then continue, right? You tell me, right? I'm going to say this real quick. Bob Arum's been a boxing promoter for how many years, right? You tell me, you justify to me why in the world Bob Arum needs to pay consultation fees to someone about making a damn boxing match. I don't know. You leave it in the comments. Don't make any sense to me. Arum revealed how Kinahan opened up to him, unless, Bob Arum is looking to pull a fast one on my boy Wilder. I'm just saying. Arum revealed how Kinahan opened up to him about doing bad things and said that Dublin-born mobster was hoping to get out of that other stuff. Kinahan called me and we had a long conversation. So Bob Arum got involved with this clown while the guy was still involved in other stuff. Shanking people, shooting people, shit, may have been biting people. He has kids and he said he wanted to get out of that other stuff. He said to me, Bob, I've done some bad things in my life. Paying off people, killing people, intimidating people, having influence, yep. I admit that, but I'm not involved with that anymore. So he lied to Bob Arum. Check it out. Bob Arum continued. There came a time that we discovered that he might still have been involved in some nefarious activities. That was enough for us. Yeah, it was enough for you after you guys went in there and whatever happened to Wilder happened to Wilder. And then that heat came on Kinahan and he tried to distance himself. It's only enough for Bob Arum, in my opinion, and everyone else who was involved with this guy, Tyson Fury too, to where all of a sudden, $5 million reward for this guy Kinahan, and that's when people got nervous. And MTK just totally broke apart, and everyone started getting uneasy. And all of a sudden, Tyson Fury, no Fury can come to the United States. What's it, Kugan Cassius. So many people over there in the UK involved with boxing. They can't come to the United States. I don't think you guys realize that. There's more than Tyson Fury. There's a lot of people over there who can't come to the U.S. no more. Because of this shit. So my thing is I'm going to be, it says 2024 the shit's going to take place, but between now and then, I want to see how the energy changes, the behavior changes. Who's going to go out there and self-incriminate themselves by opening their big-ass mouth? You see, when pressure starts getting on people who are guilty, they start talking. You see, because what's sweet in the goat's mouth is sour in his ass. You see, because it was all good and sweet when they were sitting there eating up all this Kinahan connection, Kinahan influence, and benefits from being associated with an Irish mobster. It was sweet. They were digesting that. It was good, right? But then they come now, and it's coming out their ass. They had to try to digest what's going on now. They don't like that. And so it's like the saying goes in Trinidad and Tobago, sweet in the goat's mouth is sour in he bomb. I mean, you sit there, man, indulge in nonsense, you got to deal with the repercussions. And that's what's happening here. But man, I don't know what's going to come out of this, but I'm telling you, I am very interested to see what's going to happen. Because when this goes to trial, look, there are RICO violations. They're saying in an article, they already have proof of RICO violations. They have proof of influence and intimidation in boxing and corruption. Now, they're not saying any specifics, but let me tell you this. It's going to come out. And I am very, very interested in finding out who and what was intimidated, who and what organization or person was influenced, and for who and what fight or fights was Kinahan involved with to affect the outcome. Ooh-wee. Craziness. But that being said, we're going to see what happens, man. Now, for those of you who are saying, man, this is all bullshit, right? I'll put it to you like this, right? And I don't know. I'm just reading this and piecing things together, but who knows, right? We don't know. I don't know. But I have an opinion. Tyson Fury. Y'all know he's Irish, right? Tyson Fury's Irish. See, a lot of y'all didn't know that. This man and Kinahan is supposedly distant relatives. Y'all hear about this shit about trafficking and drugs and guns and stuff, and somehow Tyson Fury being involved because he has a clean name and traveling back and forth for boxing and using his position to kind of, hide or mask illegal activities. Y'all didn't hear about all that? Again, that's just some shit that was thrown out there. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, man. With all this going on, I think it's safe to table that discussion and either you say, okay, it did happen or it didn't. That's just my opinion. I don't know if it happened, but people put these articles out here. I'm just going off what these articles are saying. But I mean, I knew he was Irish because his dad talked about it, and his cousin Andy Lee is Irish. But when I found out about this mob boss being Irish and Tyson Fury hooked up with him and they're hanging out and they're on holiday together, and Bob Arum and Deontay Wilder. See, that's when I really started saying, there's something going on here. When I found out this guy was involved in Wilder fights, I said, man, come on. I didn't believe in it. Well, I put it to this way. I didn't get caught up in that Wilder stuff. About the cheating, the gloves, the raps, the referee, the water bottle, Mark Breal and all. I didn't get involved. The referee with the long-ass count and all this shit. I didn't get caught up in that. I was like, there's no proof. People hated my ass for that. Man, you blind. Even, said some really hard stuff to me. And I will say this, right? There's still no proof. But there's hey, man, at some point you got to open your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very interested to find out what's going to come out of this. It's just, man, when they smoke this fire, man, and I tend to believe, I'm telling you, man, some people will shoot me for this. They may unsubscribe, man. I tend to believe, man, there was some foul play involved in the Wilder fights. I don't know about gloves and all that. Wait, actually, I've seen some shit that blew my mind. I still got to do a video on that. I just get so busy with these kids. But, man, let me tell you. Between Kinahan, between the sparring partner saying Fury cheated, to these damn videos and images and stuff people are showing. And there was something else somebody... Oh, and about something about Tyson Fury, the guy who was I got to go back and read that post. The guy who was involved with Conor Ben and those pads, right? That same guy was in Tyson Fury's camp or helped Tyson Fury with the Wilder fight. Some connection there, right? So what I'm getting at is there's a whole lot of little pieces of information, man, and I'm talking some factual stuff that makes you wonder, at what point are you going to stop and say, okay, let's discuss it. You know what I mean? We can't just keep saying whatever. It's like, it's crazy. That being said, I'm going to leave it alone because, man, this shit, I've been talking about this shit for 3 hours. But anyway, Bob Arum, somebody going to the joint, maybe Bob, if he says the wrong thing. Court battle, Bob's a witness. There's multiple witnesses going to be called about this boxing, illegal funds, MTK, corruption, fights being influenced, intimidation, Irish mob. We'll find out what the outcome will be in the forthcoming, but more to come on all this. But that being said, man, appreciate y'all hanging in there. I'm sure some people are going to say, this is all bullshit. Some people are going to say, we knew it all along. that discussion about Wilder, Fury, Kinahan, cheating, all that, it always gets funny to me. Pretty interesting. But for those of you who don't believe anything could have possibly gone wrong in those fights as far as influence with this guy Kinahan, right? Yo, just for a second, just take a deep breath and say, all right, let me see what these people are talking about. Now, out on Twitter and other people's pages, now people can take certain things to create a certain appearance or to create a narrative, right? And I don't buy into that. But there's some things that you have to stop and say, okay, what the hell's going on? And that's all I'm saying. That being said, man, y'all be cool. Shout out to the veterans, people from all 7 continents. Appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. Hit that ring notification bell. And as always, I'm in the breeze.